Sales trainers inside and outside of the insurance industry are constantly talking about how to overcome objections. I could not, cannot, will not fundamentally disagree with virtually all of that more than I do. I fundamentally believe that if you've got yourself in the frame of mind that you have to overcome their objection in order for you to achieve your objective, by default, for you to overcome means someone else has to lose. All right, Ninja Nation, this is a 3-part video series based on objections. We're going to cover decision maker objections, gatekeeper objections, and employee objections, what they are, why you get them, how to handle them, and what you can do to nearly eliminate objections from your sales process. And I do mean eliminate. The top 5 decision maker objections that you get in the field when you're trying to schedule appointments with the decision maker on the phone or in the field. You are giving to them your value proposition of why you are asking them for their time, and they say things like, number 1 objection, we just can't afford it, or can't afford it, or looked at it before, can't afford it. Another big objection that I hear all the time is we're just too small. Yeah, we're just too small. Another big objection, we've looked at this before. What would another objection be? Oh, I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones we used to get. We're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good. And then the number 5, the top 5 most common objections is the call me later objection. Check back with me later objection. Can't afford it, too small, looked at it before, we're good, call me later. All right, there you have it. There are the top 5 objections that we tend to hear all the time in the field or on the phone with decision makers. If you've got another objection that you hear all the time, drop that thing down in the comments for me, and we'll see if your objection that you're getting all the time in the field or on the phone is applicable to what we're going to cover on how to virtually eliminate these objections from the decision maker, what we would call the decision maker handshake, or the decision maker contact phone or field. Boy, I hope you're interested in learning how you can virtually eliminate every single one of these objections. My guess is that if you've been in the field or on the phone scheduling appointments more than about 5 minutes, you've probably heard all 5 of these objections. And most of the time, the vast majority of the time, we are taught, we are trained, we go to, I have literally seen them run overcoming objections boot camps, overcoming objections workshops. They're hosted on LinkedIn. They're hosted on YouTube. They're hosted on Facebook. Sales trainers inside and outside of the insurance industry are constantly talking about how to overcome objections. I could not, cannot, will not fundamentally disagree with virtually all of that more than I do. I fundamentally believe that if you've got yourself in the frame of mind that you have to overcome their objection in order for you to achieve your objective, by default, for you to overcome means someone else has to lose. By default, if you are overcoming their objections, they are losing. I'm a much bigger fan of listening to what's causing the objection in the first place and finding out, can I just literally eliminate objections? So then what's the secret sauce? How can we virtually eliminate these objections almost completely from ever happening? Here it is. There's another video inside of the YouTube channel here called Top Secret Framework, or Top Secret Way to Schedule More Appointments. And I will link to that for you down in the comments. But we teach this little thing called the who, what. If you want to virtually eliminate these objections, then you're going to have to understand the framework of what to say to a decision maker on the phone or in the field. It is vitally important. If you have not already figured this out about me, you're going to learn it right here, right now. I fundamentally disagree with, and I also do not do scripts. I don't like scripts. Scripts are for what little robots need. You are not a freaking robot. You are an insurance entrepreneur professional who is learning to sharpen iron sharpens iron. You want to be better at your craft. You need to be able to serve people and communicate with people being you, not being some pre-programmed little robot that says this, then say this, then say this, and when they say that, you say this, and they say that, you say this. I would much rather you understand the framework of who you are, who you serve, what you do for the who you serve. And when you learn the framework to articulate that, you still get to be you with your communication style, your personality style. The only people that are going to be able to do business with you is if you show up to do business with them, not your little scripted robot self. Learn who you are, learn who you serve, learn what you do. It's all in the context of that YouTube video that will drop down for you. When you understand the who you serve is far more important than the what you do, just like I train inside of the avatar training video, the avatar will attract the right kind of prospect. It will repel the wrong kind of prospect. And if I am the who you serve, I will by default be more interested to learn about what you do. If I am not the who you serve, if I am not your avatar, by default, I'm not going to give one flip about what you do. This is why I cannot drill it into your head enough that the single most important thing inside of your sales process is to identify who your avatar is, attract the right, repel the wrong. Then I've given you all kinds of frameworks inside of that where you can virtually eliminate decision maker objections when trying to schedule the appointment, because here's the perfect example. If you're inside of my Sales Ninja Insiders program, you need to make sure that you're showing up to our Ninja work classes, our Ninja classes that we have every single week, where we practice and drill this stuff so you can get so good at understanding when you come in there and you're like, man, decision maker, my name is Zach. Here's who I am. I love to get to work with business owners that are my avatar, and you give them your avatar statement. Go watch the avatar training video. You give them their avatar statement. Then you say, I'd be curious, are you interested in doing something like that for your employees based on who I serve? Go watch that video. You know what? Sounds really interesting, Zach. It's just not something that we can afford. If any of the objections come up, instead of you having to overcome the objection, all you need to do is pause for a second and back up and go, well, can't afford it. Got it. So I guess my question would be, are you my avatar? And I trained that in that video. Are you my avatar? Sounds like you are. Okay, so do you have any desire whatsoever to actually put something in place that would help your folks? If you could, would you? Well, yeah, man, if I could, I would love to, but we just can't afford it. See, all of a sudden the can't afford it is no longer an objection at all. It is a clarifying question of, can I afford it though? Guys, if you want to learn how to virtually eliminate these objections completely from your sales process, here's how incredibly simple it is. Learn to get extremely good at communicating to your decision maker who you are, who you serve, what you do for the who you serve. It will automatically attract the right, repel the wrong. And if an objection even then comes up, you're going to know exactly what to do with it based on who your avatar is and what you do for your avatar. Based on, are you my avatar, and do you have desire? Do you have desire for the thing that I do? Are you my avatar? Do you want to put some type of benefits program in place? And if the answer is yes, I'm your avatar, and yeah, I have desire, but I can't afford it, but we're too small, but actually these go completely away. This is about all you're ever going to get. I hear you. I hear you that you think you're too small, but if you could, you would. Yeah, I would love to. Okay, that is exactly who I work with. If you want to, we're able to provide solutions that you could. Would you like to look at that with me? You'll be blown away at how much faster and easier it is to schedule appointments when you stop overcoming objections and you start focusing instead on who you serve and what you do for the who you serve. If you want more help on this kind of stuff and you want to find out more about Sales Ninja Insiders, go to freeninjatraining.com. We've got all kinds of resources, downloads, etc. available for you, and you can learn more about becoming a Sales Ninja Insider, practicing this stuff, and getting ridiculously good at what you do in the field.